Hi, this is attorney Nicole Christie from the Christie Law Firm, where we work hard to make families stronger. So I want to talk to you today about the marijuana card and the legality of marijuana use or a certain level of use here in the state of Connecticut and how that impacts you in terms of DCF. So what I want to make very clear to you is that while you may have a medical marijuana card, it may not be enough to be able to keep DCF out of your life should an issue should come up regarding your use of marijuana. So I want to explain to you the legalities and then how DCF looks at the use of marijuana. So here in the state of Connecticut, as I understand it, you can have a certain amount of marijuana used for certain purposes and falls under the category of getting a medical marijuana card. And sometimes it's used for mental health or sometimes physical needs. And so an individual can have a card. What that insulates you from is that should you get pulled over by the police and you have a certain amount of marijuana in your possession, that you will not be arrested if you have a medical marijuana card or at least charged with a crime. Here in Connecticut, again, if you have a small amount, depending on the amount, you could be charged with just an infraction, which is like a speeding ticket, and you mainly would have to pay a fine if they don't want to just drop the case. And so it doesn't impact you. Unless you're under the age of 21, then it could suspend your license to drive. If you're over 21 and it is a small amount, depending on the amount in and of itself, again, it's just an infraction, but if you have a medical marijuana card, you won't get an infraction. If you have a large amount of marijuana, nothing's going to help you. You definitely need to hire an attorney. And so it doesn't fit those particular category. Now, when it comes to DCF, the only way that having a medical marijuana card helps you is if they ask you to take a drug screen and you do show positive for marijuana and you have your card, then you are okay. And they will look at that as at least here's the explanation for this particular use of marijuana. But I will talk to you in some more detail that it's not just enough to have a medical marijuana card. It's important to be able to show that your use of marijuana does not impact your ability to effectively parent your children. So you need to understand, as a takeaway from this particular video, having a medical marijuana card helps you in terms of if you were ever pulled over by the police and found to have some marijuana in your possession, but it doesn't necessarily help you in terms of being able to determine with DCF that you are able to care for your kids. The only issue that it resolves when it comes to DCF is if you have a urine screen that is positive for marijuana and you have a medical marijuana card, it at least explains that. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our particular channel, as well as share this with other individuals who might have issues in dealing with DCF and the use of medical marijuana.